Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on this nice sunshiny day to the lords and ladies of fate. You have once again found yourselves in the self-proclaimed only Twitch TTRPG stream that allows you, the viewer, to impact the stories being told on your screens. In order to do so, you must spend fate chips. These are our loyalty points that you can earn just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or even for engaging with us in the chat. Use those fate chips to heal your favorite players, summon a custom item, make it storm, make our players say silly things, heal them, give them experience, have them tell innuendo jokes, have them tell dad jokes, summon in cursed teddy bears. You can even force them into random encounters. Tonight, we are playing Conan, Adventures in an Age Undreamed of by Modifius Entertainment. I'll be playing the part of Crom, who cares not for your worries. And joining with us tonight, we have our amazing cast featuring the man behind the scenes, the brilliant, the one and only Nat. We have Verai, our shadowy assassin. We have Zang, the emissary from far off Kitai. And Abatak, the zealous witch hunter. Unfortunately, tonight, our other two, Thornicius and Xenia, will not be able to join us, so we shall continue without them, and you look like Kenny.
Oh my gosh, you guys, it's Kenny!
Drink Pepsi.
Drink Pepsi. So, we find ourselves having just had a really weird trip after smoking a little too much of the peace pipe with the Picts around their feast. It was a strange dream. There are several parts of the dream with lots of crazy things happening in the dreams, and bloods and sacrifices and tools and people and cultists, the works.
Talking
the
snakes too.
Fucking snakes too. The craziest part though is when they woke up, the village was empty.
I was hungry.
Dun, dun, dun.
And so we begin. As you guys slowly come to, one of you has got a head propped up onto a bench. The other one is half in and out of a tent. And the third one is just plopped down in the middle of the dance area in the dirt, waking up. You do smell a bit of
Yes, you do smell.
food. Well, probably all of you have been sweating pretty hard over the night from that too. But you do smell some food. Somebody cooked from a fire.
From whence does this delicious food smell come from?
The camp area just outside of the Tortoise Village where the Rangers were staying.
I'll nudge the other two with my foot and head over in that direction.
Yeah, we'll splash some water on our faces and stagger over.
Okay. As you get over there, you do indeed see Edgard and his half a dozen rangers with him. All of them are still there. And they, Edgard welcomes you. He's cooking lunchy things, I guess. He says, "Hey, welcome back to the land of the living. It's about time you guys woke up."
And that Pictish drink really packs a punch, doesn't it?
Yeah. It was the drink that did it.
Oh,
I don't suppose you guys saw things.
the talking snake, perhaps?
No.
What did you see?
I'm whatever I saw. It doesn't mean it's real. Can always change things. Fate's not set in stone.
Avertax spits and makes a warding gesture at the mention of the talking snake.
What about you guys? What did you guys see?
Enough.
Ain't that the truth?
Apparently, my vision quest was to be blackout drunk. So, anything?
Oh, that's right. I forgot to go through that with you over this last week. My bad.
Ditto.
Maybe you guys could enlighten him on what he missed.
Yeah, Michael.
Leaving it all on me.
You were the only person who was here for both of those sessions. Because I wasn't here for one before it.
Well, I mean,
You could have done it better.
no. We made it to the Pictish village, which you should know. Got rip roaring drunk. Found ourselves awake in a foggy, misty nowhere land where there was a parade of tools, all in a Catonish manner. Or at least that's what I saw. Parading through a tablet, bleeding upon them, turning them into what was the country called? This begins with an O.
Ophir.
Otherian gems. After which a child appeared on a bloody altar, continued in the opposite direction through the waterfall of blood, gaining age as he walked, and a cloak of blood. Apparently, he believes that he's going to rule the world.
And you got attacked by blood bags.
Oh, yes. Well, you were there for that.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, we were attacked by some humanoid blood figures. Our witch hunter, and I managed to destroy most of them. What was it? Our archer decided that it would be more prudent to destroy the skull from whence they were coming.
Mm-hmm. The skull that had a Nemedian crown on top of it.
Nemedian?
Mm-hmm. Nemedia, the country that Aquilonia's rival with.
Got it.
Look, there was a lot of cryptic symbolism that won't make any sense to you. Let's just leave it at that for time's sake.
And there were snakes.
No, a snake. A singular world-sized snake, speaking
in a language that we didn't all understand.
Yes, Stygian. That's right. Apparently the Stygians are the ones behind all of the blood rituals.
I spit again.
Wow, that's
I didn't remember any of that.
Edgard says, "Wow, that's messed up. That's way worse than what I saw."
My dream was all ponies and shit. What were you smoking?
I mean, I can duplicate it if you want.
That's okay. I'm sure you can. Don't make me throw you on the pyre with the Stygians.
Well, Edgard looks around and says, I assume that you've noticed the village."
Yeah, they seem to have packed up and left.
exactly what they did. Apparently, the elders had their own vision, something danger, and they left town quickly, fast, and in a hurry overnight. Took everything, except for this, as he hands Bob a teddy bear.
Is it singed?
No, but it's smoky and gray. It's got ash on it.
And all of the trauma that I took for that?
No, you still have 1 point of mental trauma.
Yeah. Is there a doctor in the house? Can
I mean,
anybody heal me?
that's a counsel roll, right?
Yeah, it's counseling.
I can probably counsel his trauma away.
Yeah, probably. We can say we're doing that on the way back, because Edgard says maybe it's time for us to head back to Turner's Pass. I don't know there's too much more we can do here since the Picts aren't here anymore.
For your reference, I got 2 successes on that.
Great, thank you.
So let's pack up and head back. Do you need us to help carrying anything?
His rangers are used to carrying everything they need on their backs. Course of about
carry us.
Course of about 20 minutes, they break camp and they're ready to go.
Oh, one other rather key piece of information from the dream that I had. Apparently, the merchants event, the thing that everyone came to
the Market Fair Square.
Market Fair. Apparently, it's going to be attacked.
Oh. Yeah, we should definitely get back then.
We might want to hurry.
Wait, how do you know that?
That was part of the, what, did you leave too? He left too soon. It was part of the vision. It was one of the places that was going to be attacked by a, if I remember, it was a female wielding a hammer. I could be misremembering.
No, there was no hammer.
Are you talking about Turner's Pass? The market fair there?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, let's pick that up, Rangers. Let's go. We got things to do.
I dislike making my decisions based on dreams, especially when we don't know whence they came.
Well, strange women handing out swords from a lake is no way to run a government.
I am inclined to agree.
And the Rangers say, let's go. And they take you guys, give you some food, and move pretty quickly. They are very familiar with the terrain here. They know the secret paths. And they get you guys back to Turner's Pass in half the time it took you to get out here. Wonderful. During the course of that, Zhang counseled your mental trauma away. You were a healthy, mentally safe-ish person again.
The teddy bear can't hurt you.
It can.
It's all in your mind. It's all in your head.
So I'm going to take that teddy bear and I'm going to rope it to my backpack.
Okay.
Just so it's kind of like facing behind me and it's just along for the ride and tagging along. I
like it. I approve.
Its spell is broken, but it will be with me until somebody else burns it.
You make it back without incident. No running into bandits, no running into Picts. Like, these guys moved quick and they knew exactly how to get there.
About how many are there?
Half a dozen Rangers and Edgard.
Got it.
So 7 total. You do get back into town. It's starting to get into the evening time in town. Sun's about to set. And as you're coming in, you see a commotion in the residential area on the side of the town, on the street that has the house with 2 elms in the yard. As you see a good 30 or 40 people standing around there and hear a commotion.
Oh dear. Shall we go investigate? There might be witches about.
By your lead, Mr. Screamer.
Screamer.
Mr. Screamer, yeah, he killed a dozen men with a mighty roar.
Scream, though. Oi.
It's a very loud whine.
Let us go.
Whale? Mr. Whaler?
You bust your way in, and the first thing you hear is the captain of the watch, Captain Ternarius. That lovable, kind, caring individual.
It's a saint, really.
A saint, really.
Huge dick, too.
You see him, and he is in full, ready for battle armor. He has one of his lieutenants with him. He's got a couple of his guardsmen with him. They are, ready to go to war sort of thing. Fully armed, fully armored, and he is just screaming at people.
What is he screaming?
Something. This is all your fault. Something. I know you had something to do with this. Something. And
there he is.
As you look down at what he's screaming about, if you remember the couple of times that you've met him, he's always had his 2 lieutenants with him. Right now, he only has 1 lieutenant with him because the other is lying dismembered in front of the house in the yard of the house with 2 elms.
Well, we weren't here, so they can't blame us this time.
Are you sure about that? Because he sees
try.
you. He sees you coming up and starts trying to blame you. What have you done? Why did you do it? I'll see you hang for this.
Oh, cool your jets. We weren't even in town for the last week.
But also, isn't this town the sheriff's jurisdiction?
Oh, yes.
And
we also have a lot of rangers who can vouch for where we were for the last 2 days.
But also, aren't you stepping on the ranger or the sheriff's jurisdiction?
You do see Travaria here, as well as Sir Quintus, the mayor. And at about this time, Sir Quintus says, "Yes, Captain Ternarius, they do make a good point. It is the jurisdiction of the Sheriff Travaria, not yours. Yours lies outside of town. I don't care whose jurisdiction this is. That was my person that was murdered, and I'm going to see to it that I find those responsible, and I split them to pieces," and splittling and yelling and having the whole thing. And
I mean, I can't say I blame him.
Yeah.
And Mayor Quintus just kind of sits there for a minute and, "Yes, Captain. I'm sure you will, Captain. But you know who's probably to blame, right? Most likely it was the boar. That's who was building the tunnels and sending his bandits in here, and that's who the party found and gave you the information about the boar being around. I mean, you should be thanking them."
Ooh, he seems rather browbeaten and tired.
The captain kind of pauses for a second. He says, he yells to his lieutenant, "Rally the men, we're going hunting," and storms off towards the barracks.
Remind me, did we ever get a location from that scout that we?
Nope.
No, he wouldn't take us. So we left him hogtied to a tree.
Not even a general that way?
Sir Quintus then looks to Travaria and says, "Well, it's your show now. I guess you better, get some results or something." "Well, what about it being the boar?" "I don't know."
Wait, who is he talking to?
Travaria.
Ah, okay.
I do need, what is it, insight? Yes, insight checks, please. 2 successes.
Okay, first one for me. That is 9 and 11. It's 1 success.
2
I
successes.
got 2 complications.
Wow.
Oh my God! Double 20s.
I assume
Holy
he's flirting
cow.
with me.
Oh, wow.
He ended up in a hole in the ground.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
I think it's the first time we've seen that happen, isn't it?
it is. It is. And I
Lucky
think
me.
I think this turns into you deciding now is a good time to begin your witch hunter investigation, trying to overrule Travaria and Sir Quintus. This is
Very
obviously
right.
your jurisdiction. This was the curse.
Obviously, there are wishes involved.
Bob, when he responds to Travaria saying that, I don't know.
This calls for a...
Didn't add up. Something in his demeanor says maybe he doesn't know.
He doesn't not know.
He very well might.
Something in his demeanor seems odd when he's telling Travaria that it probably wasn't the boar after all. He doesn't know.
Please remind me, who is this person speaking?
The mayor, the slime ball, the one that wanted you guys out of
I
town.
didn't even bother giving you one. Give me a
So,
You can listen to your first.
okay, I'll ask my compatriots this time. Does anybody have any?
Before he can even finish the question, it's witches? It's absolute. You can tell by the signs. Look, you already watched a demon get summoned in this town. What further proof do you need? The worst part is he makes some compelling points about how if you don't stop it now, it'll spread from house to house, corrupting the young, the old, until everybody's just trying to make more sacrifices than the house next door. And Set grows fat.
Cats and dogs raining from the sky.
You're lucky.
So let me press the mayor here.
Okay.
Yes, press him.
What, between stones?
Yes.
I don't think my compatriots would really like if I pull a knife on him. Although what I will do,
Especially not in front of the sheriff and 30 townsmen.
Or if they defend him, they're witches too.
Guilt by association.
technically, our obligation to this region ended when we found Edgard. Really, if necessary, we could hog tie him and drag him back, as long as we just murder everybody else. Our quest would be done at that point. Of course, nobody wants to see that happen. But
Obviously, of course, no.
But I am going to press the mayor because what he's saying, like he's giving a bright and shiny, hey, look, go blame that other person, and like go off and be distracted, right? There's been a lot of activity in this town that does not add up to the board. Namely, the big scary thing I saw on day one, and other things, just other things. And I'm pretty sure that the board did not stab Sir Gaius either. But I mean, sure, we'll blame him on that too. Whatever.
Yeah, why not, right?
Sure. Rabble.
Rubber, rubber, rubber.
So let's press the mayor.
Okay.
Now that folks are adequately distracted with that, good on you shifting blame elsewhere, but you seem to be really holding back information.
Are you kind of taking him aside, getting a little bit of...
Yeah, let's take him aside so that he can't be publicly called out in front of the large group.
Okay.
That's not going to feed his ego in the right way. So I'm gonna pull him off to the side and ask him these questions.
Then I would allow persuasion or thievery.
Thievery's higher. Here we go. Bam! 3 successes.
Huh. He listens to your justification, and he says, "Look, you guys are incredibly disruptive. You've ruined so many well-laid plans, and yet I actually believe that you guys are here trying to help out the Jarl. So I'll let you in on a secret between you and me. Just between you and me.
Is he drunk or mesmerized?
Dead.
I the reason I sent the captain at the boar is it's a trap.
Okay.
Or which one of them?
Yeah,
For the
that's-
captain. You're not there though. You're off hunting.
yeah, that is a fair point though.
It's a
Like, that's a good
win-win
question. Like,
situation either way.
it wouldn't make sense for it to be a trap for the boar because the captain is angry with a small posse and running into the boar's home turf. So it makes sense that would be a trap for the captain. This sounds like something that is pretty orchestrated, though.
No, the Jarl has nothing to do with this. He doesn't know. He doesn't need to know.
No, and that's all fine. What I'm saying is, it sounds like this is something that is orchestrated. The captain running in sounds like it's all orchestrated by the boar as part of a plan to get rid of the captain. I'm not pointing fingers at the Jarl, like, 'cause I don't believe the Jarl will be a part of it, but
I don't know exactly who did it, but it wasn't one of the boars.
right.
Wait,
That
I'm
makes
not-
sense. That makes sense
He
because
doesn't know
really-
exactly who did it.
yeah, you don't know exactly who did it. I did latch onto that. Do you have an idea of who it might be? Because all over this region, disemboweled and quartered and torn apart bodies have been popping up on a regular scale, at a massive scale, in a regular interval. That doesn't seem to be part of, marking one's territory. That seems to be very much more ritualistic, which is a bigger threat to you and this town. Do you have any idea who that might be or group that it might be associated with?
Yep.
Could you share just between us girls?
You got
is so
three
hard to discover
successes.
who's the
You got
girl.
3 successes here. The only thing you need to know is it's for the greater good.
For the greater good.
The greater good. Who's greater good?
The region. Don't you see how successful the pass in this region has been? How, other than these orchestrations, how safe, how wealthy, how secure. There's been no Cimmerian attacks. There's been no Pict attacks. The merchants come through regularly. And that's
At the
'Cause-
cost, at the cost of people turning up dead all over the place, and then people aren't massively scared about being next.
at the cost of the allies of the king's spies and henchmen. The
So-
king has done nothing but pillage our land, conscript our people, and steal our taxes.
Okay.
If anybody should be in charge here, it should be the person that is in charge here. The Jarl.
I agree. I agree. I'm very fond of the Jarl.
As are we all.
And I don't know that. I just have doubts that continuing on with the allowing these bodies turning up disemboweled and ripped to pieces all over the region. I have doubts that is.
Hopefully, this is the last one.
I would hope so too, because I don't think that that's associated with the rest of the safety of this region. I just don't think that it runs counter to what you would normally see.
They were spies. They were people reporting to Galparan and reporting to Aquilonia.
Here,
Mm-hmm.
Galparan.
Galparan is the name of the county. To be specific, let me pull this up here. Galparan is the county. The capital of Galparan is Orasconi is the county. Galparan is the capital of Orasconi. This Turner's Pass region is a part of Orasconi. So Galparan, the Duke, who's been in charge of Galparan, is in charge of this area as by edict of the king. And the Duke is a known vicious loyalist.
okay. I understand you're not fond of our presence here. We will endeavor to leave as expeditiously as possible and get out of your hair and never return to bother you again, because we also have the region's safety at the forefront of our minds. We're just here to finish up some important tasks, and then we will be out of your hair. We're not after you specifically, and we're not trying to get you to, we don't want to make your life any harder than it has to be, right? You have to live here well after we're gone. And we recognize that.
I'm glad we've come to an accordion.
All right.
A what?
An accordion.
An according.
All right. So then with that, we'll just, actually, before I let you go, I want to kind of have a discussion with you, the Jarl, and my compatriots. One of my friends here has some information that the town may be in some sort of danger, and we really want to get that information to you and the Jarl, and the sheriff as well for planning, for at least awareness purposes, just in case.
Well, the Jarl's not available tonight. Preparations for the Market Fair Day tomorrow happening. But you'll probably be able to meet with him tomorrow, and Shrivari is right there for as favored as she is of.
Okay. Well, I mean, I understand. Tomorrow works. But by chance you said he's the Jarl's busy with the Market Fair event this evening?
Prepping
Tomorrow.
for it. We have a Market Fair every week.
Right. Okay, man.
Or not every week, every fortnight.
Okay. All right then. Yeah, like I said, this can all wait until tomorrow. Like I was just curious, is all. I just no specifics or anything like that. There's a general concern, and I wanted to in a sense of full disclosure, get you the information. So tomorrow works. We can re-engage tomorrow, maybe midday for lunch.
We'll probably be able to make it happen.
Okay, cool. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time.
So, how's your investigation on to the witches going over there?
I found so many,
And I've disproven them all.
which only proves that you, in turn, are a witch.
So, Father
Yes,
Mehmet is also coming in now too, seeing the commotion. He looks to be maybe not 3 sheets to the wind, but he's definitely sailing his first sheet. He's got his first sail going. The matron priest of slightly drunkenness.
I mean, I love him.
He's coming in. He's got a bandana around his head, tying his hair back. yelling about witches and believing in Mitra, follow the faith, loyalty.
Good. Good. We will proselytize, and any woman who owns property or, talks back to her husband or is a threat to the social, is worshiping Satan, we will.
You got that from Focus 2, didn't you?
No, that's just how it was, dude.
Zang, observation, please.
Okay. Let's see.
Just one.
Observation is
Just one.
Success.
He's got a bandana tying his long brown hair back.
The priest
Father Mehmet.
didn't used to have brown hair.
No, it always was. That's how I described him the very first time you saw it. Long brown hair.
Father, what now?
Mehmet. He's not an Aquilonian. He's a migrant from far off east. Karaja, I believe. I think I said he was from Karaja.
Remind me of what that means.
What means?
Sorry, remind me of why that is pertinent.
Yeah, Karaja. Why? What is pertinent? That he's a migrant?
No, the bandana.
No, it's his hair. Remember from the dream?
I honestly don't remember.
It was a very long encrypted dream, yes.
Sorry, I personally do not remember the details of the dream, or at least the pertinent details. Could you?
The part where you were looking over the city courtyard when it was all adorned in banners and colors and tints, and there was the dark figure that had the bloodline going towards the compass and the center.
Mm-hmm.
The dark figure was robed, behooded, and you could not see any detail other than some long brown hair.
Although, to be fair, there are probably a lot of people here with long brown hair.
Yeah. No, it's not impossible. It's pretty common.
Yeah.
Is there a way to determine if he is faking his 3 sheets to the wind, so to speak?
I mean, his cheeks are poofy and red, and you've seen him pretty regularly put back a lot of booze with Gregich.
Oh, ow.
You're fine. I'll convict anyone of witchcraft based on very little evidence, but I am going to need more than a hair color.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
No, you were ready to burn him alive.
You're the only.
He was on Amazon ordering the matches.
Mitra protects, fire and brimstone, preaching, repent.
Yeah, Michael, repent.
I have nothing to repent.
Oh, that's exactly what a witch would say. So this, did you happen to mention the market day threat?
So can I kind of wander over to my compatriots and relay at least a bit of information that if we're talking about you're all being busy with preparations for the market fair this evening. The market fair is what we're expecting to be attacked. The only people that we trust in this town are Travaria and the Jarl, right?
Why do you trust them?
Because the Travaria, the sheriff,
Mario
is the one
saved
who got
me.
us.
I'm gonna trust her.
I mean, wait, but that's exactly what you do with people that you want to be useful to you later.
She got us out of a number of issues, including getting put in a dungeon by the captain of the guard.
Exactly what you do when you see people who may be useful to you. I think that you should fully trust no one here.
She's a witch. Burn her.
I haven't accused her of witchcraft yet.
Whether we trust her completely or not is another matter. When it comes to the scale of people I want to stab versus not stab, she's closer to the not stab end.
All right, I'll give you that.
And if we are expecting to defend this town in the near term against a general threat, and she's our closest thing to an ally around here besides the Jarl, we should probably at least let her know of a general threat so that she can have that sharp sword ready just in case. She can be a little bit more vigilant.
Just
This said, let's wait until we're less surrounded by people who could overhear us.
Like I said, that's why I just wanted to kind of pull y'all aside and just have that bit of discussion. As soon as we can get her freed up, even if it's just y'all, right? Just tip her to that. Doesn't have to be me.
The townsfolk have started to get bored now that all the drama's over, and the preacher's coming in, and they're tired of getting preached to by the drunken fire and brimstone priest.
Yeah.
I mean, what priest isn't fire and brimstone in these this
And
day
drunk.
The scholar priests.
Oh, okay.
both of
What?
them.
Don't they, have scholarly discussions over the nature of brimstone and fire?
They're
No.
much more reserved. So eventually, she's doing her investigation piece. She's making certain that the hole in the ground in the house is still filled in. It is. But you catch her for a moment, let her know of the threat. She's like, do you have anything better than there's a threat tomorrow? I mean, there's not a lot to go on, she says.
So here, we were all plastered.
I will stop him before he goes too far.
So there we were,
There we were.
passing the peace pipe.
I was on fire
No.
with this teddy bear that's tied to my backpack. Like mesmer, like it was totally voodooing me up, right?
We have heard from some not excessively reliable sources that an attack is planned for tomorrow at Market Day.
No, for a market day.
Yes. Most likely tomorrow.
Well, I mean,
Because we're here.
if I were going to attack it, I wouldn't wait until the heroes were here. I mean, I'd wait until they'd been gone for a week.
Are you wearing a sign that says, hey, I'm
You
the
had been
hero?
gone for a week until about an hour prior.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. The market day is every, what?
2
Fortnight?
weeks. That's 2 weeks, right?
Isn't it 20 days or 2 weeks? Maybe it's 2
Uh,
weeks.
I believe it's 14
You know, it's
days.
the amount of time that it takes to build a fort in one night.
It's a video game, I
That's-
thought.
2 weeks, yeah. So a fortnight is 2 weeks. Yep. So every other week.
So,
But yes, I will inform her that there is a higher likelihood of an attack of some sort tomorrow.
I'll see what I can do.
I will
Wow.
also personally
Got my feelings.
head off after we're done with this and give warning to our friends in the our merchant friends who we had a caravan with on our way here.
They've already taken off.
So
They
they've
were
already
only-
taken off.
Yeah, they were only staying on for a couple of days and then
why don't
moving
you
on.
warn the guy who runs the bar?
Gregich?
Gregich?
Why
No,
would
you
we
seem to
start
have had
telling all
a
these other
rapport with
people?
him.
Why would we start telling all these other people?
What'd you say?
Why would we tell Gregich?
What color is Gregich's hair?
Black. Remember, he looks
Just-
like the
just
guy
a
from
shade away from brown.
he looks like the guy from Jade Empire.
Yeah, let's leave our circle of trust to Travaria and maybe the Jarl if he gets a spare sec. Other than that, everybody else can fend for themselves. We're heroes.
So Anything else that you guys need to?
Nope.
No, did you lose any armor this time?
Nope.
Recently?
Nope.
I could have
Head
sworn
back
I
to the
remember
mill?
someone.
I'm
dropping weapon.
untraumatized. That's great. I guess just before we head back to the mill and get a good night's sleep for the whooping that's about to happen tomorrow, do we want to take a quick reconnoiter around the market square and see if there are any opportunities for us to get prime positions for ourselves, just in case there's going to be some sort of a goings on? Or do y'all just want to go back to the mill, get drunk, and pass out?
I don't know what we don't even know where all the tents and stuff are going to be put up tomorrow. The layout could totally change.
Well, most of the tents and stalls and things are already up.
Never mind. Let's just. You know what? If market doesn't happen, there's no attack.
Yeah, let's burn it down.
So please take him back to go get drunk and take care of his witch hunterly urges. Here, I'll scout out the market square for our plannings later tonight.
Okay. Unless
Okay.
you want to, and I can sneak around like a thief in case I need to.
You've been so successful at sneaking through this town already.
I'm a professional.
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. I'll take the witch
I
hunter.
am
Okay, you
the
do the
danger.
scouting. I'll see you back
Oh,
at
yeah.
camp. Love you. Bye. And then we
I've
head
killed
on
more
back to
people
the-
than you have
Landia.
So,
with less weaponry.
Zhang, you head to the market square. You see the Lord's Manor on that side, the temple, the general goods store, the bar. There in all throughout the square are a bunch of different tents and stalls and stables. There's brightly colored banners and pennants and flags.
Are
Most
they
of the
already selling things?
no.
No, market day's tomorrow. They can't market today.
Nope. But people are still putting things together. It's after dusk now. I mean, it's night. It's the beginning of night, early evening, beginning of nighttime, and there's still people that are putting some things together. You'll still see a couple people sewing up tent flaps or sewing up pieces of tent, or a couple of people are still out there like trying to get a couple of their goods arranged just right on the table and like putting a blanket over it just right and doing a fresh coat of paint on a table.
Anything interesting or out of the normal?
Well, I mean, this whole situation's a little bit out of the normal. I mean, you don't usually expect to see people doing things like this at night if it wasn't for a fair day the next day, a market fair day the next day. But you can give me an observation check.
7-11. That is 2 successes.
You do see a couple of people that seem to be hanging out on the edges watching. There's one leaning against the general goods his warehouse. There's one leaning against the front of the store. There's a couple of folks that have drinks in their hands in front of the bar that just seem to be watching everything.
Their ethnicities.
Mostly Aquilonian. I should say mostly the local mix.
Okay. A lot more, bystanders than one would normally expect. Yes.
Certainly more bystanders than you would expect on a different night. For this night, they do seem to be watching what's going on more than just being bored in front of a bar would tend to assume, or just being bored. Like the two folks that don't even have drinks in their hands that are standing in front of one of the warehouse and one of the store. I mean, unless they just have nothing better to do.
You said there are people standing in front of the was it the bar or
Yeah, there's a couple of people in front of the bar. They've got drinks in hand.
I'm gonna wander up to them.
All right, you wander up to them, and they kind of look at you funny, and one of them's like, "Hey, yeah,
Greetings, my friends.
Huh?
I'm in the mood for some alcohol. I just had a good haul. You want to join me?
you're the guy from the
Drinks
south,
on me?
right? The one that you're the guy from the south, right? The one that fought
Do
at
I look
Venarium.
like I'm from the south?
Yeah, you're
I'm-
one of the guys that
I'm
fought at
acting as though
Venarium.
I'm already slightly drunk. Do I look like I'm from the south? I'm from the west.
The West, you're a Pict? What?
You mean the east?
East. The east.
Oh.
Right.
Would you pick a direction?
I see you're
Boy.
from the East, but weren't you you came from South. I saw you the other night. I'm sure of it. You were with the other ones and the mercenary lady and that one little tiny girl
Who
thing.
cares? You want some alcohol?
Glop glop. Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn on the light real quick. Sorry, I forgot to do that before start. Okay, continue.
But basically, I'm going just to not drag this on too
Sure.
much. I'm going to try my hand at getting them drunk and talking some information out of them, like trying to figure out who they are, where they're from, what they're doing here, and whatnot.
Either insight or persuasion. I'd allow either one.
Okay, let's see. My persuasion is much higher than my insight, so let's go with that. Woo, that's a complication. Wait a second. I think I have it. Persuasion. Well, I don't get to re-roll that persuasion die, but I do get another persuade die.
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
no, that's just for intimidation. Never mind.
Yeah.
Well, you're kind of intimidating the alcohol.
Yeah, so you do get the information that they are locals here. Gregich is happy to see you. Have drink, friend. Come in, come in. Unfortunately, they start plying you with drinks. Gregich starts plying you with drinks. You are so successful with these guys. You made great drunk friends with them. And they start wanting to do shot contests with you. You are super good friends with them and have had more than a fair share of drinks by the end of the night.
You're gonna wake up in bed with Gregich.
I hope not.
There are worse things.
But they are locals. Any useful information that I can apply from them? Perhaps why they're standing around staring at the event that happens every 2 weeks, local.
It's the most excitement they get. They're just local laborers, and I mean they work at a farm.
There's people murdered every day here.
No, it's just once a week, once a month do they get murdered.
Month.
Once a month.
That's pretty exciting.
Well, they're not local townies. They're at a farm nearby. Actually, that works. Let me work with that. They are from Count Tantius's farm. You do get from them information that you're getting from them is they hear that some information that you do get from them. Count Tantius has been getting a lot of messengers from Galparan recently.
Count Tantius, Tantius.
Uh-huh. He's got a huge farm in the area. He's one of the places that you were listed before you were asking about who else has money and power in the area, and you went to go see Sir Gaius Manus. Count Antius was one of those 5. He's got a large grain farm. So he's been getting a lot of messengers from Galparan recently. Lots of groups coming and going lately.
Interesting. These messages just from all over, or well, no, I mean all over Galparan, or one specific.
Galparan is the town. It's the capital of the county.
Oh, right, that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's a note.
The Duke who sits in court in Galparan is known to be relatively vicious and uncaring of the peasantry, and one of the king's most rabid supporters.
Rabid, not avid?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
I see. You tell me, do you have any idea why the king has it out for our Earl anyway?
They say they say Earl. They think the dude's all right. I don't know, but I mean they just want to work and drink and take care of their family. They stay out of noble business.
Probably safer that way.
They just hope that they don't. They're just happy that they're not in the town, so that the manhunters and conscript people that are coming in to conscript folks. I forget what those are called.
Conscriptors.
We'll go with conscriptors. I mean, that's an accurate term. I don't think that's the right term, but they're happy to be out on the farm instead of in town, so that when the Duke decides to start conscripting folks for some far off war, they're not usually about to get seen.
It's not that important, Michael.
No, it's not. But yeah, I'm not sure I have any other questions that I would be asking or trying to get out. So
you get pretty dumb drunk by the end of the night, though.
Hammered, like.
Yeah, but you could stumble back to the mill if you really wanted to, potentially with an escort.
Hey guys, let's split up.
There he is.
A female escort, perhaps?
Sure.
Good. Bring an assassin to the mill.
There's already an assassin in the mill.
They cancel each other out.
They can
One
have
of them
assassin
cancels the
party.
other out.
Boy.
So you guys back at the mill, it's been several hours on, you've eaten, you've gone to bed, and you're settled in and you're sleeping, and then you hear the front door just bust open, like kicked open. You hear Zhang and somebody else just popping in, like,
Shh, don't make so much noise. Shh, I gotta go over here.
My bed's right over there.
We should go to the mill building. There's nobody sleeping in there.
Can I just happen to take a peek as to like who he's drunken whispering to?
a local farm girl A
Oh,
stout.
it's a local farm girl. Yeah, I'll let it be.
A local farm girl that might as well have come from, might as well be the same stock as the sows she's breeding.
Boy, I have better charisma than that.
Fine. A local farm girl.
What does it matter? You're drunk. They're all gonna look alike. I'm
You're like your
I'm
son's
not gonna
scarecrow.
intervene. I'm not gonna intervene. If it was somebody brawny with potentially a sword or something like that, no, I'm not letting that person in. But now farm girl, yeah, I'll pretend to sleep. I'll let them do their thing.
I'll watch silently,
I'm an
voyeuristically.
assassin. Of course, I'm gonna watch, just in case.
Abertac?
I just sleep through it. I'm
Not again. Oh, this
Not my bed. Not on me.
guy. God, I hope I don't get splashed on this time.
I just hope it's not a witch again.
Or maybe you do hope that it is a
You're
witch.
so kinky.
All right, so the next morning arrives. Dawn. Dawn comes.
Was that her name?
I think so.
Oh, she came several times.
I've never even seen a vagina in person.
Yeah, but did the rooster
God.
finally crow?
And she dips out at some point in time in the middle of the night, and you wake up hung the F over. Oh, Rudolph, that's harsh.
What I miss?
Rudolph said, actually, she didn't. She just said that she did.
Oof.
Hey, it's my game right now. Until you pay for it, she did. But if you want to redeem an item, I mean,
Redeem a
It's
bad time.
redeemed faking.
Boy.
bad rolls.
Aw, that's sad.
So you guys are hungover, and it is Market Fair Day.
Oof. Could someone dim the sun?
Oh, you're the witch.
Hey, come on, get up, get up,
Wait.
get up. Come on, we gotta fight today. We gotta fight today. We gotta fight today.
So
Come on. Let's go get
We're
some hair of the dog that bit me.
I think she left already.
Here, have some of this greasy breakfast we fixed you. Just
it's
in
good
case.
for you.
It's good for you.
Mm.
Nothing gets you ready to fight
Grease.
and wail like greasy bacon and eggs.
Dude,
Heavy.
that's good for a hangover, man.
Yeah, but it doesn't help with your mobility.
Not so much. So you get some breakfast at the mill. Morning starts to move on to mid-morning. Market Fair Day has been in full swing. You head into town.
Yeah, we should probably get there before it's over.
Yeah. Let's make our way there.
You get to the market square, and it is a festival in here. These people really love their Market Fair Day. There's a couple of minstrels over here playing some music. There's a kid, maybe 14 or 15, like juggling. He's not super good at it, but he's probably a local kid trying to learn the tricks. Fair Eye probably looks like somebody that would associate with you. There are vendors and hawkers, and everybody's trying to get people's attention. Everybody's wearing their brightly colored clothing, trying to bid for deals. It's still early enough in the morning that it's super busy. As you're coming in, there are probably 30 different wagons on the street just outside of the market square for people that have brought their wagons in order to buy a bunch of stuff and take it back to their associated locations. the provisions, if you will. You see in front of the Lord's manor, there is even a small like dais, a little bit like a stage almost, which is where the minstrels are playing right now. Gregich has his own stall in front of his bar. I mean, just a few feet in front of each bar, and his basically, and he's out there hawking, "Come, have my what was it? Thornroot. Have thornroot mead. Have, try, drink, come." And he's hawking off his boots. Sing, friend, you drink good last night. Huh.
You're telling me. Actually, could you tell me? I think I blacked out half of that.
You black out, huh? I hear you take farmer's daughter with your blackout.
Yeah, she was fun.
Don't let farmer know. Him jealous.
Jealous. Okay, I guess we are backwoods, aren't we?
Alabama.
Okay.
Alabama man.
In any case, how goes the market day, my friend?
Market day goes good. First off, I sell liquid bread. Much bread at beginning. Only light booze. Want get people in good mood. Good mood, buy more. By midday, we bring on the real beers. In the afternoon, I bring special reserve.
Special reserve, huh?
Now is
I didn't drink you out of it last night, did you?
You had 3 special reserve last night. You seemed to enjoy, so I hope work well this month.
Yes. Oh, thank you, my friend. Oh, let me do that again.
You see, as you're chatting, the other two, you see Travaria walking through here. She's armed and armored. She doesn't have a helmet on per se, but she's definitely in her armor. She has her swords at her side. You see 2 watchmen. There are 2 of the town guardsmen here. You see the Jarl going around doing some shopping or some glad handing or something. The Jarl is moving around. He's got a couple of his household with him, a couple of personal guards, which you're pretty sure he's not one that usually walks around with guards. He's got a couple with him this time. Not the town watch, his personal guards. You see sitting up at the stage, kind of like overseeing everything and like stage managing the whole market fair. You see Friedrich up there.
Do we spot Edgard anywhere?
Not yet. You don't see Edgard anywhere. But I would like to point out that Friedrich also has, of the people in power, of people of note, Friedrich also has long brown hair.
If we shave them all, your vision can't come to pass.
Unless, of course, the threat comes from outside of the town, in which case...
We have to shave everyone.
It's going to take you a while.
You might get some complaints. Particularly from Gregich. Him like his hair.
Is he brown haired? Then he's fine.
Well, before we get to stage 2 of the morning, is there anything in particular here at the market fair that you would like to look for, talk for, ask for, do?
Are there any scans with powders and or like alchemical components?
Sure, yeah.
Anything that might be able to be mixed to make a smoke bomb?
I mean, You could just ask me.
Yeah,
Can I ask a friend? Phone a friend.
Run an alchemy check, get at least a success, and yeah.
And if I fail, I'll ask a competent person to do it.
you have to find one first.
Oh,
Oh, come on now. He's right there. Ugh. So I'm going to ask an actual alchemist. My dear friend.
Perhaps someone you've seen on multiple occasions.
hey,
Ooh.
I need a smoke bomb. Smoke bomb.
I'm never going to learn unless I try to do it and I fail myself, okay? I'm
You could
trying
have just
to...
left it at never gonna learn.
Imitate the best form of flattery, okay? Would you be able to make me 1 or 2 smoke bombs just to have in case?
What are you going to use them for?
What do you think
if
he's
there's
gonna use them for?
If there's an actual attack on a town, we could probably use it for some sort of a diversion or distraction or cover if we're trying to move and not get hit by arrows. Since our ranger is sleeping it off somewhere in a field or a dreamscape.
You worry me.
Well, as it so happens, I do have 2 that I could give you. What is it?
I wouldn't even want to take all of yours that you currently have. I would take one of the 2 just in
Oh,
case.
I had no. I have more than 2. I'm just willing to give you 2.
Oh, well then in that case, please. I would. What are you asking for?
Well, just the cost of materials, 4 gold pieces.
4?
Yeah.
Okay, let us make this transaction. Where's my gold? Okay. -4.
It's going to take a bit, couple of hours to produce the actual smoke bombs, though.
Oh no,
I think he already has them.
Oh, you already had them? Ah, gotcha.
I had the
what?
Oh, bugger off.
Okay. You have a pair of smoke bombs.
And I will briefly explain how they are ignited and used.
Okay.
Thank you. I need to know how to pull the pin.
Smoke bomb.
Yeah, it's less anymore a scrunch them up and throw them down. The scrunching is important. You got to make sure you mix the ingredients a little bit better.
Okay.
Anything else?
We have enough. I have all of my weaponry with me. Y'all need anything else for a fight?
I think we're good.
Okay.
You hear a scream.
I look for Michael.
Hey, Jack.
There he is.
There he is.
Looking over at the source of the scream, there are 3 people that seem to have basically appeared out of nowhere with dark robes and hoods that have just stabbed one of the guardsmen.
That's very normal.
Looking around, is there Travaria?
Observation check.
Critical success.
Or is she one of them?
Yeah, you see Travaria, and she's basically starting to respond at the same time. Hand on blade, looking over and starting to move quickly. Drawing blade. You see. Go ahead.
I was also going to be looking for the guy who was on stage with the brown hair. The name, what was his name again?
Friedrich Horner.
Yes.
Give me an insight roll.
Insight, huh?
Yeah, insight for real this time.
Ooh,
Just him?
13 insight.
I mean, he's the only one looking around right now.
No success.
Yeah, I'm headed for somewhere high because look, if you're going to attack a market, you're not going to like appear with 3 cloaked figures, right? This is probably a distraction. So I'm trying to figure out what the real threat is.
Yeah, I'm gonna. What's the best thing for me to pull out of my hand? Derpity derpity derp. So I'm all frocked up, right? I can kind of like draw my swords as everybody else is freaking drawing their swords as well. I'm gonna draw my sword.
Yeah, it's all happening at the same time, and I still haven't even finished all the things that he's noticed.
I don't even think I'm gonna be able to pull out my bow and get any good ranged shots because of this crowded.
Lots of people.
So,
there's definitely going to be some increased difficulties for that sort of thing.
Yeah, so it's going to have to be the sword for now. And I'm going to be moving to the edge of the crowd because I don't want to be boxed in either.
So what else did I notice?
What else did you notice? Well, the other guardsmen, that they weren't standing together. You noticed 3 more robed, hooded figures approaching the other guardsman, as now the other guardsman is looking back to where the first one just got dropped.
Guard behind you!
Also, the Jarl, his guards have drawn weapons. There were 2 of them. His guards have drawn weapons and are basically manhandling him back towards the estate as he's not wanting to go.
Is he drawing a weapon as well?
The only weapon he had on him was a knife, but yeah, it's in his hand.
Okay. Do I see any cloaked or robed figures heading in his direction?
Nope. You see 6. 3 on the guardsman that just got stabbed. 3 on the guardsman that looks like he's about to get stabbed.
Once again, I do shout, "Guard behind you!"
And shall we begin then?
Well, first, one other person I was looking for is the
Friedrich is
Temple
on the
Mitra,
stage.
Temple of Mitra priest anywhere, or
Yeah, he's in the court. You see him and you see Friedrich both. Yeah.
okay.
The priest of Mitra is, funnily enough, at Gregich's bar, or at Gregich's stand.
Okay.
I'll tell you about the time that I had a vision of Mitra. See, I had been right here.
Okay, that's. In any case, yeah, I think we can start it. I'll be making my way towards the. What was his name? I can never remember the guy's name. Friedrich.
The guy up, Friedrich, the guy kind of overseeing it all up on the dais.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to make my way to the dais where I can get the most effect of my voice.
Okay. I'm
going to make my way towards those hooded figures because if they're going to be ambushing those guards, it would make sense that I try to at least save a guard or 2 if I can.
The hooded figures on the guard that's still standing?
Yeah, the one that's already been stabbed. Good, you guys got him. But the other ones that are converging on the guy that's still standing, I'll see if I can intervene there.
Okay. And Andy.
I'm still skeptical that this is the real threat, so I think I'm probably headed for that dais too, like the stage.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that this is the real threat, but absent anything else to do, if I'm either standing around waiting for the real threat or doing something, I'm gonna try to kill the dude because I'm an assassin.
All right. Well, for their turn, we'll let the guard actually see them and turn around since you called out for him. But let's just see what happens. 2d20. No, that would be 40-20. And then roll 2d20. Oh, this guard is pretty darn good.
those three knife-wielding dudes come after the guard, and he has spun around, drawn weapon, and parried them off completely successfully without a scratch on him. The three that were at the guard that already died run away.
Kill them.
And a crossbow bolt comes from a window. The window of the warehouse.
With the demon in it.
What does a crossbow do? 4d6, I think. 3 points of damage with 1 piercing. So 1 point of damage. A crossbow bolt, though, does make it through and hit the guard in the thigh, punching through his armor.
Hello, Snowy.
Wasted effort.
Okay. Well, anybody gonna take a look at that window? No?
Who actually saw that, though? Did we all see the
Really?
crossbow?
Abertak's probably the only one that was really looking for it.
I will shout, crossbow snipers!
Get down!
I agree with Mr. Johnson. Rabble, rabble, rabble.
Gabby Johnson's right.
I have no idea what you said. I heard rough, rough.
Yeah, sorry, I was being dogged.
But crossbow snipers, but where? They're in my hair.
And do I see Vera?
Yeah, Vera is heading
I
towards
think
the.
he's better suited to this. I'm going to point to the warehouse, see if he can flush him out.
Do you want to go back into the warehouse where the scary thing was?
Well, so that guard is well aware of those three people. He parried them. He looks
That
capable.
guard is dead.
He took
No,
his
he's not.
crossbow to the
It's
thigh.
only a
Oh,
flesh
thigh.
wound to the thigh.
You not listening?
The second guard is fine. So, okay, I hear sniper, crossbow, sniper. Did you triangulate the location that way?
Warehouse window.
Warehouse, you know, that the window with the crossbow hanging out of it.
All right. So I'm gonna do a quick look. Crump, can I see a person in that window?
You do indeed see Dirty Ezio in the window.
What's the range?
Oh, I'd say it's probably medium range from here.
Can I pull my pull my bow and take a shot?
With the point of momentum. Well, actually, so what is it? Free
You don't have
action,
any.
minor action, draw item. Yeah, you could draw. You get a minor action for free.
Okay, so then can I draw my bow and take a shot?
Go for it.
So let's see here. It's medium ranged, but I have the skill accurate when attacking with ranged weapon. No, wait, no, that's not the one.
He's been talking to her all day.
Oh, shoot for the horizon. Reduce penalty for firing at range other than the weapon's optimal range by 1 step, up to a minimum of 0. So
All right.
that medium becomes normal, right? It's not increased difficulty for me.
No
not like-
penalties for that, but you do have one penalty for all of the crowd all of a sudden crushing and trying to run away and panicking.
Of course they do. Everybody remain calm while I kill this guy. Okay, so
So scary.
Jim Johnson's right about Gabby Johnson being right.
okay. So,
Felix, behind you. I'm not falling for that again.
okay, so I will take a shot, and since we don't have any momentum,
You need 2 successes.
Snuggle dog.
what about a fortune? Fortune doesn't buy me anything, right?
Sure. Fortune buys you 2 successes, but you can use that after the fact.
Yeah, I'll use it after the fact just in case. Okay, come on, shot. What do I need? Skills. Derp, derp. Ranged. Yeah, I'm no Thornicius at this. Oh, but I got it.
Are you not? Are you not? Roll for damage.
Let's see here. Nope, not that one. Gear, hunting bow. Encumbrance. 3d6?
Is that what it says? I don't know what your bow is. Gear 4d6.
4d6. Okay.
The bow itself has 3 damage dice, and including your bonus ranged damage, which comes from your agility, I believe.
Okay. So slash roll 4d6. 5, 6, 5, 6.
4 effects. I don't even need to look up what vicious and unforgiving does. Yeah, you drop them. Sniper in the window. What? Where? Pling! Splunk.
Look, I'm an assassin.
Falls out of the window. Classic Western movie style. Falls out of the window, lands and breaks a table. You even hear the Wilhelm scream.
So I know we're at the beginning of a fight and all, but can I just take a second to like do the air pump?
Fucker!
I got one.
Mike, you make it to the dais.
And so, how many cloaked figures can I see? Just 6, or
No, there's
Yes.
probably a lot of people wearing clothes.
Well, of this particular type of cloak, yes. Well, 7, but one of them just fell out of a window dead.
nice?
You're welcome.
And Friedrich's not doing anything, or what is he doing? Now that I've got yes.
He is jumping up out of his chair and drawing a knife.
I'm not turning my back to him, but I will try to use my command to get the crowd to avoid the areas where the 6 cloaked figures are. Make sure that they try to get everyone to run away.
All right, roll me a command.
Okay. Fucking complication.
Well, you're really good at telling them to go away from where the guard got dropped, because there are those 3 of them, but they got confused and ran to where the other three are with the other guard. So now there's a giant mass of people around those assassins
Just trampling them?
running in that direction.
Not that way, you morons.
Abertac.
First, I'd like to point out that I don't even like dogs. Second, I think maybe we'll. He's up on the dais, right, on the stage.
Uh-huh.
Something just doesn't feel right about this.
You're still gonna try to kill the guy in plain sight? Look, he's not doing anything. Get him!
Right? Now it'd be fun if we ignore the cloaked guys because we expect somebody else to lead us butcher the town. I'm gonna wait near the dais, this stage thing, because that's what the vision showed. So
You're heading to the dais also?
I can't hear you from my husband being loud.
You're heading to the dais also?
Yes.
Okay. plotting just one moment here. Hold on, let me figure out what the motivations are. Getting into character. Okay. The 3 assassins, the original 3, seem to have disappeared now into the crowd and behind a wall. The other 3 that are fighting the soldier continue to fight the soldier. And he continues to freaking parry. Holy cow. And he stabs at one of them, losing his sword as he damages them. Doesn't kill him, though. He stabs him, but gets disarmed while he's stabbing them. The soldier now has no sword. There in the window, another one pops out with a crossbow, firing at the soldier. What was it? It was 5d6. 2 more points of damage on top of the 4 the soldier already has had. That soldier has a wound, but he is still standing. The guards seem to be succeeding at getting the Jarl back towards the house. His guards. Friedrich is now standing there like in a half hunch. He's got his knife out looking around. Mehmet is now realizing that there's something going on outside of his proselytization, and he is now wielding his cup like a cudgel, like he's ready to hit somebody with the cup. Gregich pulls a pair of oversized butcher knives that are basically small axes in their own right from somewhere you don't know where he was holding them.
Hammer's face.
And the rest of the crowd are all rushing towards the 3 assassins and the guard because that's where they were told to go. People are screaming. Tables have been knocked over. Goods have been scattered. Some has been stolen.
So I couldn't get there to help him now if I wanted to, right?
It would be very difficult to get there.
Oy. All right.
I mean, somebody told them to go over there.
He may have to fend for himself. I'm going to storm over to the warehouse door.
All right. You going in or just going to the door?
Is it open, closed?
It's closed, but it's not locked.
I will kick it open.
Okay, it's a sliding door, like a barn warehouse.
I still kick it open. No, I'll knock it open and see what I see.
All right. Inside of that warehouse, you see
Is it kittens?
sorry. Inside of that warehouse, you see a occult symbol painted on the floor in blood. But no occultists that you can see. Other than you're pretty certain that there's one above you in the window.
Are there windows on the first floor too? Or just on the second?
Nope, no windows on the first floor.
Are we talking like actually a floor or is it like a loft?
The upstairs part, loft area. This is the front warehouse as opposed to the actual secured storage goods warehouse, which is behind it. The front warehouse is mostly for transitory goods. So it's more of a barn than a warehouse.
I'm going to start stalking towards the stairs, muttering about how I hope for their sake they've run away by the time I'm up there. Save us both the trouble.
Okay. Zhang.
Not that way, you idiots! Go that way! In an attempt to get them to
Roll command.
Push the button. There we go. Much better.
Ting, 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 ting. Ting. Ting.
That's 2 successes.
2 successes?
Yes.
Your command is a 16?
Yes, it is.
Dang. Well, I guess in that case, you do tell them to turn around and start rushing the other direction, and most of them even hear you somehow. As they're now running through the courtyard again, stomping over people that have fallen over, and the goods and the carts and the tables and the banners. One banner falls over, hits a torch, lights on fire.
Michael, use them as a weapon. Direct them over the guy, back and forth.
I tried that the first time. It didn't work.
The banner falls on a tent. The tent lights on fire. Vera, it's your turn.
The tent falls down on a little girl, lights her on fire. She runs to the orphanage, lights it on fire.
Come now, I didn't roll a 20 on that one.
And they
Actually,
successfully
she did.
saved the town. There were no survivors.
Right? Lucky Avengers.
So at least out of the corner of my eye, I did see that Abertac busted in that door and
Yeah.
was shouting at the guy, the crossbowman that appeared in that window. So my attention is back on these guys. I'm still gonna, for whatever, I don't know, stupidity reason, I'm gonna try to save this guard because I'm committed at this point. Going back to sword because I'm really not far from them at all. I'm still in close range to them, right?
If you give me an acrobatics check or an athletics check, you can be within a melee range.
Acrobatics.
Because you're trying to get through the crush of people.
Okay. No, not troll. / roll.
Leftmost
Hang
tab.
on. Here. Abilities. Okay, so
Man, 1 success, yeah.
one
get there.
success.
You get to beside the guard that has been disarmed.
Sword?
Yep.
Okay. Can I swing it or
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. Nearest cultist, nearest rogued cultist douche.
Roll your attack.
He's getting the stabby end of my business stick. Melee.
Your business stick.
My business stick.
Not to be confused with the farmer's business stick.
The jealous farmer's business stick. Roll 2d20. Rolling. There it went. Cool.
2 successes.
Yes, 2 successes.
Roll for damage.
That was a critical success, so 2 successes.
He's going to attempt a parry. He does not succeed at a parry, but I did spend a point of doom.
You spend a point of doom. Okay, so that still means he. What did that get you?
He spent a point of doom in order to attempt a parry.
Okay. Okay, so here
More than just
4 sword damage dice 5. Okay, so 5d6. Cool.
I could say something to him in the game chat, but I cannot move forward. But never mind, he submitted something.
2 effect.
1, 2, 3 points of damage with 2 effects. However, the effect on a sword is a parry. So 3 points of damage.
Hang on. Melee, no mercy when making a melee attack.
Oh, wait, 5 points of damage.
He gets another shot?
He gets a reroll damage dice equal to the total melee talents acquired. If desired, must accept the results. So I have 1 melee talent, so I can reroll 1 of those damage dice.
Yeah, you've got a 4 there. Reroll the 4.
I do have a 4, so let me reroll / 1d6.
Roll the 4.
That was worth a try.
So you did 5 points of damage, though. 5 points of damage is enough to kill a minion. I guess that makes it their turn now. They, what little you can see of their faces look suddenly very nervous. As he freaking successfully parries barehanded again. And he grabs his sword.
He does a barrel roll to grab his sword and comes up to parry the blade coming at his face.
Pretty much, yeah. But he did not dodge the crossbow bolt. 7, 8, 9, 10. Or sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more points of damage with 2 of that armor piercing. That, however, incapacitates him. He's not dead, though. He's just incapacitated. And bleeding. Possibly bleeding out.
I heard that, Raccoon.
Your turn. People are now panicking because the market square is on fire.
So this warehouse loft.
Yep.
As I'm making my way up there, I look at the supports. Does it look like I could just maybe like smash the support out and collapse it?
I mean, it's meant to be a storage place, and it's in relatively good condition.
All right, yeah, I'll just head to the steps then. I'll stop and think about it a second, and then I'll just head to the steps.
Okay. I'll let you even make it up to him if you make me an athletics check.
I want to know what I see when I get up there first.
You see one cultist in a window with a crossbow who does not appear to know you're there.
He definitely knows I'm there. I've been shouting at him.
Oh, all right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, he's turning around to stare. He's turning around and noticing you.
I have this giant two-headed warhammer, and I'm clearly going to bash his head in. And I'm just like, save us the time and run. Drop the bow and go.
He drops the bow and goes.
Oi. I'm going to kick it out the window and then start stalking that down angrily. I'll let him run, though.
Dang. Dude, you don't even have a name tag. You said no.
Just fall over.
Him.
Thing.
So refresh my memory. What is the protocol for fire in a town in this day and age?
Call the fire brigade. Basically,
again,
everybody starts getting buckets and running to the well.
Once again,
yeah, shout at them to do that.
The water is, not the fire.
I shout for the water brigade.
People, you're good at that.
They're going for shovels and things to try to move stuff. They will be going for shovels and things to try to get stuff out of the way. But right now, they're still panicking and running because you told them to run that way.
I will once again shout and command for the fucking fire brigade. Oi. Also, Friedrich, what's he doing?
He is staring around at the fires, and it looks like he's about to bolt.
What is his purpose again? Like, what's his job description?
He's in charge of the general goods store and the warehouse and the storage.
Go get a bucket, man.
Get him.
Roll your command.
Two successes.
He goes, he puts the knife away and starts running along with a good chunk of the crowd that you've now yelled at to start putting the fire out. And at this point, let's go, Vera, your turn now.
Well, there are two nervous cultists still remaining.
Yep.
So, stabby.
Stab away.
Righty, let's see if I can do this right. Melee check. 2 successes.
Roll for damage. Generate 1 point of momentum.
Hey, we've got momentum. Gear 5d6.
Two, 3, 4 points of damage. Not enough to kill.
Oh, wait. I can re-roll one. Okay, yep. Gonna re-roll the 4.
If it's a 4 again, I swear.
I know. Hey!
Ooh.
5 points of damage is enough to drop a minion as you stabbity stab a second one. And the third one bolts.
Coward.
Third one
chased.
bolts.
Medic! We've got an injured guard. Don't let him die after all of this saving I did.
At this point, you see the Jarl has broken free of his guards and is like going head first into where the fire is, trying to get people out of the danger. There could still be cultists around, and he doesn't care. He's diving straight in to try to get people out of the way of the fire.
Well, 3 cultists did kind of vanish. Was I not able to see where they went, or
The first 3 that disappeared, they disappeared around a corner with the first rush of crowd.
Get the Jarl. Jarl. Do I see him?
I
Do we all
shall-
see-
I shall make my way to the Jarl's side to provide aid.
Sure. You make it over to the Jarl. He's like, help me, get all of these flammable things away from the flaming things and get the people away from it. And
Yeah.
I've already summoned the fire brigade.
he's, to the point where he's like literally putting his hands in the fire to try to get things out of the way. And he's going to be, at the very least, have some blistered skin.
I'm going to pull him aside. Jarl, you are far more important than dealing with a minor fire. This is probably
Not if the fire
time
gets
your
out of
life.
hand. I can't let it
Please
burn down my
go.
town.
The town can't survive without you.
Yeah.
We will
If there's
handle
not
it.
a town left
Go.
when we're done. It doesn't matter.
I'm telling him we will help. We've got it handled. Go.
Persuasion.
Where is the skills? Persuasion is 60 also. So
Good enough.
2 successes.
You convince him, along with his guards catching up and trying to grab him and convince him to beat a hasty retreat behind his lord's manor walls. However, pretty quickly thereafter, a bunch of the household staff come out to try to help with as the fire brigade.
Good.
Fire gets put out pretty quickly. Apparently, Gregich's breakfast drink was low enough in proof that it didn't light on fire. And you can see Father Mehmet crying just a little bit as he's pouring the drink on the fire, trying to put fires out. And yeah, fires get put out pretty quickly. The market fair day is quite obviously over, though. There has been tons of damage. Like, there's been stuff stolen, stuff burnt, stuff just trampled and ruined, like baked goods are destroyed. There's a lot of loss of goods, but only a little bit of loss of life.
Well, we did our part.
Did I save the guard?
I don't know, let's find out. High-low. Yes, you did.
My work here is done.
He is bleeding but alive. He's being bandaged. He'll pull through. He'll pull through.
I did my job.
And Abertech.
I'm storming back outside now. Well, you know what? I'm gonna look through the rest of this fucking warehouse.
As you're looking through the warehouse, you hear almost a rumble come from the occult sign on blood in the floor of the warehouse.
I pee on it.
Your feet start to shake. Goods start rattling on the shelves. And that's where we'll pause for the night.
All right.
If you guys enjoyed the show, please hit the follow button at the bottom right side of your screen. Just so you know,
you get to see the dog more.
yeah, you get to see
Very cute.
Snowy. Unfortunately, we will be taking tomorrow night off, but we will be back on Thursday to continue the Star Wars campaign at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Megaverse on Saturday, continuing to fight vampires in the Crystal Caves. And Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Sunday, we will be returning at 9 p.m. to the jungles of Chult as the party continues their search for the Tomb of Annihilation. Monday, we will be joining the cast of the Solar Patrol as they get into more hijinks at 8:30 p.m. And then next Tuesday, same good time, same good channel, 6 to 8 Eastern, we will be back for Conan and to find out just what that occult rumble might be and see if we have any answers as to how this assassination in the market square happened. Thank you and good night.
I bet it was part of Abertach's greasy breakfast.
Well, not mine. His.
You're the one who cooked it.
You've seen my cooking.
Oh, God.